So today I ended up breaking my rules. I risked heavier than I should have and ended up taking a multiple of low probability trades and blew all the profit within my account and my funded account. So yeah, let's recap the trading day. Yeah, I yeah, I this is a worst loss. I can't believe I really blew the account. I was doing so good, but yeah, that's something I would say if I didn't have discipline within my trading. I want to talk to you all about something very, very, very important today. So watch this video. But no, didn't blow any accounts today. Didn't break my rules, didn't full port. That wouldn't happen. But let's recap what happened on the trading day, what I was looking for, and then I want to talk to you guys about something very important. If you're serious about your trading, listen to it. I'll try to keep the video short. Anyways, what ended up happening on the trading day with no blown accounts? Don't worry, I was trolling. I still have mine. But I am going to mention why I ended up saying that. So, on the trading day, we're going to recap this real quick. On the higher time frames, we were right next to all-time highs. If I go right here, show you guys. Ended up liquidating to the downside, a little bit market open. S&T with those 15-minute lows. On the 15-minute time frame, you can see that 5-1. Go back. There you go. S&T market open. Bang. Took out that internal. Scuffed entry to the upside. However, we did have our clear draws on liquidity. I wanted to see price go higher. But guess what? It provided no entry. This week, there were 5 out of 5 trade opportunities, trade ideas. So the model continues to print. Usually prints 4 out of 5 times a week. But there were only 2 highest probability trade entries I had taken. Obviously, there were higher probable confluence and blah, blah, blah. But actual executions that I took. But yeah. No clear changes stated delivery to the upside that I would execute upon, because you guys know that I'm very specific about my entries, especially right now, emphasizing the highest probability executions, and ended up trading toward internal and external. Once we ended up doing that, I was looking to see a reversal off of these highs to SMT lower. What ended up happening? Well, I knew once we took out those highs, we would have to form internal before looking for shorts to the downside. But guess what? When I was looking for shorts to the downside, I realized, hey, we have no significant enough internal liquidity to target. So why would I take this trade? This is such low probability, not because of the current market conditions, but because we don't have a clear draw at the moment. And if I go in Discord, this is what I ended up writing. So someone asked what was OTE of the trading day. I said OTE were longs to the upside off of this SMT market open, which is there's still OTE even if I don't execute optimal trade execution, optimal trade entry, whatever you want to call it, right? However, I sent this screenshot around 10:30, so 7:30, and it was me looking for shorts to the downside potentially. And I wrote I would want to take something like this, however, very low probability due to no clear internal. Us not having internal solidified to me the fact that, hey, I'm not trading today. So guess what I decided to do? Not trade today. Why? Because to me, it was lower probability conditions. If I would have shorted, I would have gotten stopped out, and I knew that. So I want to talk to you all about something real quick. Why did I mention what I mentioned in the beginning? Oh, I blew my account, I was up in profit, blah, 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 is something I would say if I didn't have the discipline and understanding to step away from the chart. Because you guys don't know this. However, for those who have watched, yes, I passed a couple accounts the other day, but also I do have one sim funded account right now, and it is basically eligible to take a payout. It is with MFFU, so the max payout on the starter account. But the one issue is I'm one trade away to fulfilling that consistency rule. Now, I want you guys to start following along. I'm one trade away from getting my payout. Let's just call it that. One trade away from getting my payout. I'm not saying this to be like, oh, I'm going to get my payout, this, and no. I'm saying this for a reason. The reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of you guys will have fun, and if you don't have funded accounts yet, I'm saying this so when you guys do, the people watching my content, because I know you guys will be successful with trading, I want you guys to I want you guys to listen to this. What happens a lot of the time is everybody begins trading these funded accounts. They follow their rules, they follow their system, they have clarity throughout the entire time until they're one day away from their payout. And what happens a lot of the time is people will build these accounts, get ready to take a payout, and then on that final day, all they're focusing on is the profit they need to make for that last trading day. And that will result in them taking low probability trades, trades with lack of clarity, and over risking, over leveraging just in order to get to that buffer. And they end up blowing their accounts. That's the reason why I said what I said in the beginning. I'm going to increase my screen a little. That's the reason why I said what I said. Because that story is a common story for a lot of traders. And a lot of intermediate and newer traders as well. They get their funded account, they're one day away from their payout to focus on it, end up blowing the account. And then they sit there back at square one, having broken all their rules. Now they have, lack of motivation, now lack of clarity, they have self-doubt. They're mad at themselves that they full ported and blew, or whatever the case, or whatever happened, they're upset at themselves now. And so, I want you all to begin focusing not on the payout, not on the profit, because today was an opportunity. Today was a test for me to see whether or not I would be more focused on the payout or more focused on the process of developing my trading, developing myself into the day trader, I hate that, day trader, trader that I will become. One who is consistent, one who is disciplined, not just one who is profitable. You take a payout if you risk $250 and you get a $1,200 payout, you're profitable, but one who is consistent in everything he does, not just trading. Today was that test. But another thing I want to emphasize with you guys as well, going to my YouTube channel, you all know, for you guys that don't, go back 1 month ago, I can't believe it's already been a month, this video, over the next 30 days, when I started saying, hey, I'm going to upload every single day, track my psychology, track my trading, track my everything with you guys, I was focused on the process, not the progress, not the outcome. I wanted to finally give myself an opportunity to trade. Because so many of us approach trading like a video game. And now, it's not wrong if you want to think of it that way. Hey, it's a video game, you execute properly, you level up, sure. You can gamify it. But a lot of us try to approach it like a video game, like a casino. We don't approach it with the right mindset. And now, I don't mean to begin to overemphasize trading to, add pressure onto it. No, but the opportunity trading has to change your life. That's what I'm trying to say. We go on the chart and we buy these evaluation accounts and we full port them and we blow them over and over and over and over again, and we don't journal our trades and we don't track our data and we don't try to, understand our systems, our models, our own personal psychology, our own emotional triggers, all of these different things that affect our trading. And we expect one day for this, switch to flip and us be consistently profitable. It doesn't make sense in my mind. And that's why I started uploading every single day. If you guys go back and watch that video, which like I said, I recommend you do, you can see what my emphasis was. My emphasis wasn't a profit target, 10K in payouts, whatever the case is. No, it was to finally give myself the opportunity to trade, to simply trade, to allow my backtesting data, the data I worked to get, develop in the market in real time. And the issue is, we'll go in and we'll backtest and we'll journal and we'll do all the right things we know we need to do. And in live market, we won't allow ourselves the opportunity to see our backtesting data, our real data, come to life, because we're so impatient, we're so undisciplined, we can't step away from the chart. All of these different things we want to over risk, we want to over leverage. So I want you all to view trading as it is an opportunity to change your life. That doesn't mean put more pressure on yourself to succeed. No. But but treat it as it is. Treat it how all the other successful day traders you look up to treat it, as a business. I want you all to succeed within your trading journey, and I know a lot of you are so close, even if you're just starting. And there are a lot of things you're still going to have to learn, and a lot of hurdles you're still going to have to overcome in order to become the trader you want to become and see the success you've been striving for and working toward. But no, all of that is in vain if you don't treat this opportunity with proper discipline. How you view your trading will determine whether or not you succeed. If you view it like a video game, like, oh, maybe I can make money off of it, but I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to do it for dopamine hit, I'm not going to journal my trades really. I'm just going to full port each account, have some fun with it, right? Maybe I'll get a payout or two. Then treat it like a game. At the end of the day, it's not my journey. It's not my life. And I can't force you to change. But I am telling you all that this is the constant loop where most intermediate traders get trapped. They get their funded accounts. They're so close to a payout. Start focusing on the progress rather than the process. And then they forever stay in this continuous cycle of focusing on what I need to do, being disciplined for a short moment of time, falling out of that, coping however that is, going straight back to it, building that discipline again, falling out of it, and they stay within this cycle of focusing on the progression, shiny object syndrome, their entire trading career until they eventually quit. Or they're delusional enough to continue to think, oh, hey, I'm going to succeed like this. I'm going to keep going. When in reality, they won't. And they're just self-deceiving themselves and they're coping. Not because they can't trade, but because they don't have the discipline to allow their data to showcase within the live market. I was going to use a fancier word, but I probably need to read the dictionary, learn some new words. Anyways, please, I want to see you all succeed in this trading thing, and I know you all can. But there are so many of you that need to truly begin to treat trading as a business and not just as a side hustle. If you truly want to succeed in this, it's not just all, back test and do this, do that. Yeah, you can back this, do that, but it's how you act during the live market. This entire week was an opportunity for me to execute upon lower probability setups, or at least trade outside of my model, even though they weren't lower probability setups really. And I could have chosen to break my rules and focus on the P&L and chased after that. This right here, right now, is the test on whether or not you will become who you want to become. And that's not just in trading, that's in life. I can make a whole video on this, and I probably will. But for now, I'll leave it here. yeah, there's so much more I want to say, and so much more I could. It's for another time then. But if you watch this video, I love you guys. Just know I'm rooting for you. I truly am. I truly want to see you succeed from the bottom of my heart. I want to see you succeed. I know you will. If no one believes in that vision you have, just know that truly, I mean it. I believe in it. So pursue your dreams with relentless effort. And even if it's small steps, take those steps. Maybe not today, and probably not tomorrow, but one day, I believe you will achieve everything and anything and even more, yeah, than you could imagine. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.